Welcome back, guys. Getting ready to jump into our second game of the day, Brandon, and very excited for this one because Team Canada is going to be on our screens. We saw Team USA earlier, very dominant affair. Team Canada played a game off stream as well with similar result. So expecting them to be coming into this one feeling very confident.
Yeah, they play Guatemala as well, which is going to be, I think, a tricky test for Guatemala. I think Team Canada are going to be looking wrong, and there's confirmation of it. Team Canada versus Guatemala. It'll be really interesting to kind of see Guatemala, because obviously what's really good sort of about IESF is that we do get to kind of see all these regions, but not only just the regions, but the countries that sort of have esports, whether that's up and comers, whether that is sort of teams that maybe are established we don't know about. So we're going to just sort of unearth them as we go. I am worried just sort of about the Group A in general, because it is quite clear that with the 5 teams we've got on display, we know that there are 2 dominant teams. We kind of know that from what we've seen in the opening games with both Team USA and Team Canada, as you said, getting 13-0s. We've not yet seen Team Guatemala, so hopefully they can surprise and show us something special. However, with that being said, in a moment we're going to take a look at the Team Canada roster, and we were kind of alluding to it before we went to that extended break about how exciting this is, because let's bring it up. The big news is that one of the players is in fact Miss Harvey.
Yeah, her return to professional Counter-Strike. How cool is that? It's been a minute since Miss Harvey's been in the server. Obviously, in recent history, has been looking after the COG Red squad, a management perspective, and is now, going to be back in the server. So I'm really, really excited for that. And, this is a stacked squad in general, right? Goose Breeder, about the best IGL you could find in North America, and also an incredible fragger. I think even more so since she gave the roles of calling over to K-Day in Black vs Red. Feels like her level has increased. And then we've got a collection of Canadian players that have played in various Impact squads over the last 2 years. Rain, Bouchard, and Jessica's.
Yeah, we also touched upon this, but the coach is Parks.
Yeah.
We've also met sort of the head of the esports operations for Team Canada. We met her and Yash, and she was really lovely, and she kind of spoke to us just about the development of Team Canada, and the idea is to always integrate sort of the experienced players to give a competitive edge, but they always wanted to introduce sort of new blood in whatever game they competed in to give sort of players a chance to represent their country, which I thought was really brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely, and I love the approach they've gone with putting together this roster. And big shout out to Parks for always being involved and being a big part of the women's scene just generally. It's we mentioned earlier all the work he's done with TSM Shimmer and other squads. So big shout out for him being involved here. We have Guatemala on the other side. As mentioned, this is a team of players that we haven't seen play on a global stage before. In terms of some of the roles here, listed as entry is going to be Morgan. We've got our IGL in Zara EXE. And I guess they're going to be the main ones to keep an eye on. Don't have a player actually specifically listed as Orpa, so I guess that's something we'll discover throughout the course of the game. Not too much to say about the individuals. It's a fairly young-looking roster. Yeah, that's all we really have to go of.
Yeah, they got a substitute called Banana, who's 19 years old, which made me feel a bit old, Lucy, when I saw the date of birth was 2005. So again, kind of whenever we kind of get these sheets and we take a look down the line, I'm like, wow, these players, it's incredible that they're representing their country at such a young age. Like, what was I doing at 19? Like, nothing as cool as this. So I'm excited to kind of see the likes of Morgan on the entry. And obviously just kind of sort of experiencing what Guatemala has to offer. I like that the coach put that they've got a role as support as well. I was like, yeah, that's cool. I hope you will be supporting them. I expect that you will. We can take a look at the veto and see what we're working with. Hey, look, it's Nuke and Vertigo banned again. And then we've got Dust 2 picked by Guatemala, Mirage picked by Team Canada, and Inferno as our decider, which actually is quite spicy. Guatemala ban Anubis, and we end on Inferno. Okay.
Yeah, I think the problem is the map pool at the moment is kind of crap, so basically as soon as Nuke and Vertigo get banned, it's always going to go to sort of default maps. But I guess it doesn't matter here, but Canada has a lot of room to play around with the map pool just with the players that they have, and Team USA is the same. So I think like that video could be quite interesting. But here, I don't, it's honestly not that bad going to a map like Mirage, where if you've kind of got a taste of how they're playing on Dust 2 and you've got that confidence, you could just run them over like we saw Team USA do earlier. So I imagine that's kind of the idea.
I think that actually probably Team Canada, Team USA, that'll actually involve probably an Anubis, probably involve an Ancient. So yeah, we'll have to kind of wait and see how that pans out. Let's focus on this one though, because Dust 2 is coming up in just a moment. We can kind of see what we're working with here. Team Canada decided to start on the T side, which I think is brilliant. They just want to set the pace early.
Mm-hmm. Oh, actually, so we have one of the subs playing today. So they had a couple of subs listed. So it's a shame we don't get to see Miss Harvey in the server. Jazzykins and Athena are the two subs, and both are pro Valorant players. Like, literally game changers tier players, which is really cool.
Wow.
Jessica's opens up the account. Jazzykins gets one as well. So fast into B, bomb to be planted.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. Let's see the retake. There is a flash and a kit on Miss Cat, but the issue you've got is you're 2 players down. Dust 2 is one of the hardest bomb sites just to retake generally in CS. Flashbang goes really high. They now start creeping forward. Goose can just jiggle on the angle, and then that allows Bouchard just to creep round the corner. Jess Castle clean up. And going by the script so far, no one dies for Team Canada. It's flawless, and it was fast.
Yeah, that's more or less how I expected that one to go once they got those clean entries. I don't know about Jazzykins, but I know Athena, who is obviously not on the server right now, used to play CS a long time ago. I think Jazzykins might be a pure and bred Valorant OG.
I've never seen more B spawns in my life. Nova for Morgan. Oh my god, Goose.
No.
Okay. And now Bouchard's just locking in the mid lurk. I think we're 2-0. We are. Goose even burns one's alive at the very end. And you're right. You can guarantee that Goose will probably be called in on this team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Go kill. It's probably
true. I don't know who's AWPing.
More spawns for B. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure who's going to be AWPing.
I'm gonna... Hang on, let me...
I don't... Yeah. None of these players are AWPers, to my knowledge. Out the gate. Again, back into B. Trying to burst into it. And successfully do so. They have the spawns once more. They make quick work of them. B could be a... I imagine they're probably going to play some big spawn-based CS.
Yeah. I think Jazzykins might probably pick up the AWP, if I had to guess, because I'm just looking at... She plays Duelist in Valorant, which would and she plays 40% of her games on Jet, which is a very much like an operator player in Val, which is like the...
Well, I can tell you because they listed it. Gooseberry IGL and Jazzykins is Flex Entry AWP.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Based on the agents she plays in Valorant. I went on a VLR, which is Valorant's HLTV equivalent.
Ah.
Look at this. I like this from Guatemala. They have stacked 4 players B, and Canada say, hey, guess what? We're going to fake it, and we're going to go short to A. This is heartbreaking, really, if you're Guatemala, because you've just been sold a dream, and unfortunately, Canada have gone to the other bomb site.
Yeah, they're literally just not slowing down. Your Goose on the lurk, and the Sugar Discipline to guarantee 1 actually is traded immediately. Zarexy punishes Jeskis, so they are finding a couple of kills. think Bouchard is going to catch this one easily enough. Yep. Healer is very low. They can't really get this retake just due to the time and due to dying. Jetskins gets a double with the M4. So you don't need a scope to get it done.
They keep getting B spawns. Like, this is unbelievable. I've never seen more B spawns in my life on D2 when I've been casting it since it's come back into the rotation. Goose is AWPing. Sure,
What?
why not?
Maybe she just has the worst spawn. So she can...
Yeah,
drop
she
mid.
does.
Yeah.
How many are crossing Goose? 1.
3. Stick around to fight though. They're gonna go. Into the bomb site. Nobody's home. All that space. For free. Forced out by the util. Actually, the smoke is a little bit off the mark, but not gonna matter too much. Shot brought down low. Green just gets one spamming through the smoke. Oh, she adjusts to a Morgan. That is clean and crisp. Re-smokes aplenty. The swing from Bouchard gets a kill despite the low HP. Will eventually be traded. There is a kit, but yeah, they just don't really have the resources or the numbers to go for it. Trying to stay alive won't be happening.
I have direct communication right now with Mr. Parks. So I just sent him a message and I said, "Can you confirm Jazzy's AWPing?" Because he's not in coach role for these games. He's just watching the stream, and he said yes. Jazzy main AWP, Miss Harvey is sub.
Okay, so it's yeah, that's a shame. I would like to see Miss Harvey in the server.
But if they qualify, that means she'll probably be there
Yeah.
in Riyadh, which is cool.
Oh. Used to pressing tab and then clicking the minimap to put those bits of util down. Understandable.
Kind of lame. Not Jazzy Kids. Valorant, of course. Opening kill does fall favour to Guatemala. However, Rain has traded quickly. And yet again, Team Canada can scale up short. I would be worried about the bomb potentially making its way over. But it's already passed. Jazzykins is on that sniper. So Mojito hits a nice dig.
Oh my god, she's hit another. Alright, we got some aimers in the server.
Oh,
but they're
so
on
does
both
Jessica.
sides as well, yeah. Good cleanup, but those are some nice deke shots. An A spawn? It's more likely than you think.
I mean, you've conditioned B so much. At what point? Like, I feel like you can just walk into A willy-nilly and it'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah, they threw the smokes. They actually miss, so nothing is smoked off on the B bomb site. Yeah, here's that walk contact. An empty long bomb site. So Mojito in place. Oh, the timing could not have been worse. Jessica's does go down. Lilia's been good at getting these trades, but unfortunately she's left alone. So split from short, deals with her quickly. And presence on B brought 3 players over.
Perfect. I mean, again, this is always going to be difficult. What can the AWP achieve? Maybe a quick kill. However, Zara does move off the angle as she's trying to shoot. Rain then steps in from double doors and gets a quick headshot. Mr.
Rain's
Parks,
looking sharp.
Mr. Parks also told me that he's not the coach; he's the team manager.
Ah, okay. Well, yeah, our thing just has like coach, doesn't have like a
Yeah.
it's not a customizable field.
He
so.
said that Miss Harvey might preview tomorrow against Honduras.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so.
Sorry if I'm leaking this, Parks, but like you did message me, so.
All right. We got a long stack on the CTs. However, B bomb side has been taken.
Yeah, that's the issue. You can just get the bomb out and escape. Bouchard, I can just keep them at bay. And wants even more. Bouchard, any more for any more? Free. Why not? Go and get them all. Or maybe because Goose is already on the other side. Can there be any 1Ds from Guatemala? Oh, Zara back to... Oh, my God.
Oh my...
She's just stopped and pulled her knife out like...
Yeah.
Did I just do that? That was me, yeah? Yeah, that was you, Bouchard. And a well-deserved ace.
Dude.
That was you.
And all she takes is damage in the end there. I cannot believe that tap. Disgusting.
That was like one of those trick shots on like Modern Warfare 2. Where you're like spinning around doing 360s, except she was trying to clear pit, and then she's just gone whack. Spun around like an owl.
Parks taught her that. Fast towards long. Oh, turning back. Not expecting aggression. Morgan trying to capitalize on it. Actually does. A double from her. Massive. Finally an advantage that's quickly lost, but still 3-on-3. A lot of information. Now again, it's not quite the smoke. Miss Cat's taking a lot of ground, so they're going to get information. This is looking good for Guatemala. Oh, but she comes back to A. I think off that flash. Still be okay if they keep these players present, which this smoke should do. I feel like Zara XC needs to be on site, though, rather than playing in CT.
Yeah. However, look, you've got Miss Cat that's got the flash in the incendiary. So maybe they could make something happen here. Maybe the incendiary could go on the site and deny the bomb plant. Because actually, Goose does have one smoke left. But instead, incendiary is going to be kept. Incendiary's go the other way. Miss Cat not affected by it. Bomb now to be planted. 3v3. This is still a good moment here for Guatemala. Because they are creeping up. Goose will take the first. Oh, but the crossfire is just perfect. It's still a one-on-one. Goose potentially could lose this. However, why would you trust one of the greatest IGLs?
You know what? That was a pretty darn good looking round from Guatemala. I like, the ideas were sound in the 3-on-3. They get a nice double opener that was really clean. And oh, I can get this again.
Disgusting.
Yeah, we got to see. Ooh.
Nothing there.
Yeah, they got the kills. Sorry, I completely lost because of that clip. Bursting into B, Zara gets a kill. It's locked out again, and bomb to go down.
Guatemala look pretty decent in these retake positions, though. It's just about getting into the site, and obviously getting into B is going to be really difficult. Dink on Miss Cat through the smoke isn't going to help matters, and it looks like Rain is covering the tunnels angle. However, Morgan will find her. Important kills now need to come forward for Team Canada, and it feels like pressure has been relieved. It is still a 2-on-2, but look at Goose. Again, trying to make the round-winning play, but it's Bouchard. Actually gets rid of Soy Mojito. And now Morgan's position is known and collected by Goose. 10-0 for Team Canada. This is looking pretty dominant.
Yeah, it's a less dominant 0-round game from Guatemala than what we saw earlier from Honduras. but it's still a 0-round game so far. I do feel that they do have some of those individuals there, and again, some of the ideas. Morgan found success in long previously, so she's going to post very close, and we have aggression in short. Miss Cat not prepared for Goose. That's maybe a bit of a miscom there. They are finding some frags, but the trade's always so fast. That's A, open for business.
The aim on some of these Guatemalan players actually looks pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm impressed with Morgan. I'm impressed with Lila as well. Getting a couple of multis. Obviously, Soy Mojito, the only 2 kills she's got have been with the Deagle, but it came in that round and she was hitting some bangers. However, like, this is just unrelenting pressure out of Team Canada. Goose is just having fun with it now. I fear we're entering familiar territory here, Lucy.
Yeah. It has felt a little bit like we're going down that path again. It's a shame, but it's you know, nice day in the office for Canada, really. They're having a field day out in the sandy fields of Dust 2. Trying out long once more, and Morgan still gets one. She's always good for one.
Not clearing car. Oh, no one's cleared car. Surely Miss Cat's going to pop her head out at any moment. And there she is. And she does take one with her. Unfortunately, that's all it will be. And now Lila has to try and clutch up a 1-on-3. Has got a nice bit of space here in towards short, but has been mollied off the mark. This feels comfy. And to be fair to Guatemala, it has felt like in a number of these rounds, they have had somewhat of a say. And then Team Canada just steal it right back away from them. There has been a few 1v1s. There has been a few sort of like 3-on-3, 2-on-2 situations. But ultimately, Bouchard's going 17-5. Goose is going 15-3. It's pretty difficult indeed to kind of stop what is going on here. And now you're at a pistol round away from being 13-0'd.
On their map pick as well. You got some util.
Going long.
Done a lot of it.
Oh. I feel like first spawn should have gone out, but it doesn't matter because Canada have elected instead to leave Goose over here solo. And then everyone else has taken tunnels. The issue is that everyone else has taken tunnels. And now you know that it is going to be Goose just playing over the top of the smokes. Oh, she's being so sneaky with it. Morgan, it's going to be a really tough clear. And Goose will claim one headshot and just duck away. And the rest of the team have rotated in. It's going to be a cleanup. And it's going to be Team Canada taking this 13-0.
Cruise control. Didn't even break a sweat. They took their spawns, they ran with it, and they never needed to stop. There's less difficulty of going to Dust 2. Yeah, it's a good puggy map if you're, I guess, less comfortable as a team, but it's also a map where if you're going against such solid aimers as are on the Canadian squad, I mean, they're just going to shoot you out the server. We saw that multiple times. Players like Bouchard, Rain looked really sharp as well. Grease running around. All the rest, really. It was, yeah, a pretty simple, straightforward game from Canada.
Yeah, it was. I was impressed with Bouchard. I thought she played really well. We kind of expect to get a good game out of Goose and Rain. Jazzykins didn't really have to do anything. She had the AWP out a couple of rounds, but by the time she even scoped in, it felt like everyone from Guatemala was already just kind of in the ground and waiting for the next round to start. It's unfortunate because I'm actually looking at this and the way Guatemala played, I'd actually rank them as the highest out of probably the other teams we've got in the group. So I think that's a decent achievement. I think that they could beat potentially everyone else.
Yeah,
But
Honduras
that
for
being
sure,
said,
I
it's
think, from what
just
we've seen.
too strong.
Yeah, yeah, it's just complete outclassing, really.
And here we can see the scoreboards as well. Oh, Goose actually ended with that pistol on 17, top of the board with Bouchard, who had that unreal ace as well. We got some good things out of Lila, good things out of Morgan, but aside from that, it was one-way traffic yet again on the stream for Team Canada. And now we're kind of at a point where it's going to go to Mirage, and it probably will be the same result. I don't want to be horrible. I don't want to be brutal, but I feel like that is the reality that we are kind of living in right now, Lucy.
Yeah, yeah, it's yeah, Mirage is gonna play very much like Dust 2, one imagines. So yeah, not a difficult series for Canada. Not a difficult day in the office. Hopefully Guatemala can do a little bit more in the server on Mirage, but what I saw in Dust 2, Canada are locked and loaded, and looking to cruise through.
Yeah, they are. And coming into this look, we did say that it was always probably going to be Team USA and Team Canada. Those are the teams that are probably going to be making it through to Riyadh at the end of the year. But the interesting conversation where we are seeing Team Canada run for opponents 13-0, where we are seeing Team USA 13-0, is how are they going to match up against each other? That's a question for tomorrow. The question for right now is, what is Mirage going to look like between Canada and Guatemala? We'll find out after this break.
Hello, we're back, and here I am right in front of you. Yeah, map one, we kind of went over, pretty one-sided. That's been the story for Canada so far. Mirage, expectations, hopefully not as one-sided, but I imagine Canada won't let off the pressure.
No, the thing is that T side was just pretty like relentless from Team Canada. They were just sort of pushing everything. Now you go onto their map pick, you imagine that Guatemala will start on the CT side as well, which means that we're going to have Team Canada just full pace, like full sort of pedal to the metal, and they're just going to go out and probably try and overwhelm Team Guatemala with these executes, which was going so well on D2. Mirage plays out really similar. It's again like quite a puggy map to the point where you can just overwhelm one bomb site continuously. We did see that quite often in Canada. There was a default. We did see a default sort of like 4 or 5 rounds, but that was after they conditioned the fact that they were going to go B continuously. And then what's good about the Dust 2 default is the fact that you go through tunnels anyway, and you can just throw your utility. Team Guatemala, they were reacting. They did stack sort of 4 players towards that site, but Team Canada were just overwhelming in the end.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm excited to hopefully get to see Jessica's AWP a little bit. She had it out a couple of moments, but we didn't really get to see it in action. So maybe something to be looking forward to here. Hopefully we get to see, some of them more, some of those executes. We'll see what they play out like, because there were a few missing pieces with the D2 stuff, a few smokes that went awry and things like this, which again won't matter here so much, but looking ahead, particularly to the game versus Team USA, that's the sort of stuff that will, need to be ironed out going into that. So let's see what their Mirage looks like, and is their map pick. We'll have Guatemala on the CT side. They are full armor across the board, so a little lighter on the utility. Greece, it's going to be in charge of all the utility for Canada.
Yeah, what I will say is, I know you're talking about utility missing, and of the like, but I think most of it was just sort of thrown on the fly. So I don't think they're going to run into that same issue moving forward against USA, because everything will be a little bit more cut and dry. Zara will get the trade on Bouchard, and then immediately Jessica's replies in one of her own. And whilst we're talking about all of this, Rain is just on the B site, and now the bomb can just come over.
Yeah, so she's stuck into this corner. Doesn't need to budge an inch. Short is covered as well, as Goose has got herself into ladder room. So now reinforcements will arrive with the bomb in hand. It's even allowed to jump out, not holding that angle from window.
Yeah, this is going to be tough to break. You've got no kits as well. There's no utility. You kind of just got to go into Rain, taking first contact, and then as soon as she takes contact, everyone else can swing, and that's exactly what happens. Jessica's will get 3 in the round. It's Team Canada and their fundamentals that are sort of getting it over the line in the end. And that's going to be the story, I think, for most of this T side. 4 spy in for Guatemala. Morgan has gone for an XM, no armor. It's risky, but I like it.
Yeah, you can get onto some nice angles on Mirage with such a weapon. She's heading to B, so we might see her posted up on the balcony, for instance. She is the only one that has really properly invested in here. Although, actually, that's a lie. We have 2 USPs with armor. To me, that reeks of Valorant.
Yeah, that is Valorant, 100%.
The old half armor with that pistol that looks like the USB.
Ghost.
Ghost, that's the one. Gotta pay for that one, though.
Yeah, 500. God, it upsets me that I know that. I played Valor when it first came out, and...
You're on it all the time. I see. That's all you ever play. I'm always like, hey, you want to play CS? Like, nah, I'm playing Valorant.
It's just not true. It's just not true at all. Actually, but yeah, I did play it briefly when it kind of was beta, like early release, and for a game that focuses so much on gunplay, it's a game that really doesn't focus on gunplay at all, and that is kind of all I will say on the matter.
Yeah,
and now I'll move on because
focus on CS.
yeah, I want to focus on the better game at hand.
Where it hasn't changed in 20 years.
Well, it has.
Yeah, they released a new one sometimes. Deep Smoke, not going to be respected at all, and Morganson spotted, most certainly. Swings though, and a hit. Zara gets one too. There's a chance here. A lead for Guatemala, but the difficulty is going to be bomb will be planted. Rotations are going to be on their way. Bouchard gets one on Leela over the top of the flames. We find ourselves in a 3-on-3. Killing these 3 players. I think there was one on Leela. Zara gets an opportunity. Can't quite convert the shots. And walking out from short. Soy Mojito punished at long range. So despite some nice initial kills, it doesn't look like Guatemala are going to be able to get this retake happening. Especially with a shot like that and Zara's HP. She might be lucky to get out of this round alive.
Yeah, that's a shame for Guatemala, because they did find that those 2 entries, like it was like a 4-on-3 in their favor at the end, but you are starting to see some fundamental things creep in. I mean, that can be carried over from Valorant to CS, but for example, it's Lila peeking on short when the teammates aren't ready to go around the corner in market. There was a flashbang available. They could have popped that out the window. There was definitely opportunities there, especially with Bouchard's HP. Really like the kill that she got on towards the short player in the first instance to kind of crack open and carve out the bomb site, because it's just the elevation game. One player's down low, one player's up high. It's really difficult to kind of put your crosshair in the right position to account for one of them, let alone both. Team Canada are playing this spread default more often than not, where you're seeing Goose and Rain occupying both mid and B respectively. Looks like we are going to get an execute now at Team Canada.
Yeah. Got the saved M4 and various weapons around it, but the saved M4 finds the first kill. Morgan provides a bit of distraction, allows Zara to swing, so Guatemala get an opening. Need to capitalize on it, but Rain from top mid takes 2 down. Might even find herself a 3rd. Morgan swings out, looking for their shot. He's on cleanup duty in middle.
Really good to see Rain looking sharp as well. Obviously, actually, a player that has come back from Valorant into CS herself, but obviously sort of made a name for herself in the CS scene before Valorant came out, and is now with Team Karma with Emily. That's on Team USA. Same with Oya. Like they're all teammates. And for Team Karma, actually last season, I thought they were going to be a little bit of a dark horse. I thought they were going to cause a little bit more of an upset than they actually ended up doing. But they have been improving season on season. I know they are putting in the work. So good to see Rain sharp, because that will go an awfully long way in the upcoming ESL Impact Season 6.
Absolutely. Finish up. Jessica's good opener. Done yet. Player tucked into 5 boxes dealt with, and yeah, Zara again getting 1, but it's always the case. Zara's getting 1, but there's nothing to follow up from it, unfortunately. Kills in isolation are not netting the rounds. I think, yeah, these passive holds, it's how fast they respond, or more importantly, they don't respond fast enough. And Canada don't give any breaks. So you have to respond immediately when they put that pressure on, because they do not slow down. Yeah,
this is, again, a Valorant tendency, because it's really common in Valorant to actually play really passive. And you play for retake more often than not in that game. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. But I know for a fact that you kind of like try and like hold all of your, I guess, utility equivalent. In CS. There's a lot more variation. Sharp shots out of Goose. And now Jazzykid steps in as well as do with Soy Mojito. They're attacking any bomb site they want, any direction. They are overrunning this Guatemala defense. And now Morgan's been left alone. Another XM armorless just sat in T-spawn.
Yeah, do you get bullet punch in Valorant, do you?
I don't know.
I don't think you do. Could be wrong. I don't think I've ever watched a professional Valorant game.
I watch Game Changers. And they're like insane. Really good.
I've seen highlights. In fact, the only time I ever watch Valorant is if I see like Pansy's casting. I just want to listen to a cast.
Shout out Pansy.
There goes my hero.
There goes Canada into A.
They're not going to slow down in the scaling. Oh, the Mag 7. That was definitely a weld. She was close on the angle. Rain is just tapping. Tap, tap, tip, top. Healer tucked into the smoke. Gets a cheeky kill and a follow-up as well. Any more? No. Jazzykins will clean up. They spam her out the server.
Time to talk about Jessica's. I got a bit of a tidbit from Parks whilst we were in the break. And he said when Jessica's isn't playing CS and isn't pracking, she spends most of her time just on Minecraft.
Oh, I love Minecraft.
She plays modded Minecraft. It's like a Nouns custom pack or something.
Oh, that's cool.
I wanted specifics. I was like, there's no way you're spending your entire free time on sort of like vanilla.
Yeah, no, you gotta have all the bells and whistles.
Uh-oh. Forget bells and whistles. We're talking red carpet here. Because outside from Lila, there is no one home for Guatemala. It's exactly what Team Canada were doing sort of on Dust 2. They went A, like 3 rounds in a row. Guatemala, they restack and they sort of overexert themselves. Oh my god. On the bomb site. And then suddenly, Team Canada go in the opposite direction. Rain has found a kill out of nowhere through the wood paneling, I think.
Yeah.
Or in towards connector. I'm not sure.
I was trying to work out. Yeah, I think it was connector. The skins. There's a little line. Morgan will catch Bouchard, and Jessica's is low. Oh, it might not matter. She will go down, but she takes another with her. With a short setup, the bomb planted for them. Everything in the favor of Canada. Miss Cat knows with 30 HP, this one is not going to be hers.
And Goose is going to hunt. I don't think she'll get anything. Well, she might actually. There's a world.
Maybe. Yeah, she does.
Fair enough. This has been very fast. At least there's enough money to get the guns out again. 5 rifles. No AWP in the server, actually. Team Canada haven't brought that out once either. And they're going back to A again.
With the pace they're going out, why would you ever whip out the AWP? Jessica's actually spams through triple. Does a lot of damage. Off the reload, Jessica strikes, gets a double up. Looking for the third, and will collect it. No chaos. Able to thrive in it. Short range held a spray this entire series. It's all taps.
Uh-oh. There's a spray.
Yeah, there we go.
Zara not saving anything. Team Canada not giving anything up. And not letting anything slip. This is once again a very dominant performance. They might win 2 games here in the round robin without dropping a single round.
That's the goal. Can it be a reality? Well, in this round, it looks like to be likely, given that we've got the whole squad from Guatemala on the A bomb site.
In Palace.
Yeah, they're really trying to overcompensate, and Canada every single time have all the players in the right place. Like, they just go to the empty bomb site. Oh, that was 3 players in a row mopped up by Bouchard.
That was sick. Bouchard has had some awesome plays of the game and plays of the stream. Been really impressed with kind of what she's outputting. Jessica's cleans up right at the very end. This is now 10. We are 3 steps away from another 13-0.
Is there any Canadian pain?
I don't think so. They've now had to readjust it and play 2 players on B. I really like this smoke. This smoke's actually really defensive, and it's pretty decent to scale into the site. The issue is there was no scaling into site, and Canada put up one of their own over towards Ticket. Bomb will be planted. Feels like kills will be collected. Especially with Rain in the back, just tapping them out one by one. Morgan will trade, but everyone is now contained here for Guatemala in towards CT spawn. They are finding these trades, though. It is still a 1-on-2. Flashbang over the top. Jazzykins will collect. And Team Canada will go 11-0 here with 1 more round to play in this T side.
It closer. 1-on-2 at the end. And speaking behind the flames, difficult to adjust onto her. Now Morgan and Zara have been the standouts, most certainly for Guatemala.
Yeah, Morgan's been decent. And there's Zara again. Actually an opener for Guatemala. They're in the player advantage. The issue is, again, that they've gone A, and Team Canada are just walking out B. Maybe Morgan can get one, and she does onto Rain. And the follow-up onto Jessica's. Hang on a second, this one's falling apart here for Canada.
Bouchard tucks into back. Bomb in hand. Support on its way. Morgan swings around, gets the kill. And that 13-0 dream looking like it will be extinguished. Goose Breeder has to pull off a one. With all these angles currently being held. 1v1s won't be given to her lightly.
Clean. Excellent round for Guatemala. They just took all the fights to Team Canada. It feels like Team Canada got a little bit overzealous there. And Morgan was able to punish. Zara found the opener and they capitalized off the back of it. One round here for Guatemala. I feel like it's still going to be difficult to sort of start and spark a revival here. Considering you are down 11-1, but get a pistol. Maybe get some confidence. I could believe it. There's a world in which I could get a few more rounds here.
Yeah, that one round, that's all the difference. Now Pace in the middle. Splitting one underpass. Splitting a lot of players about, actually. Window smoke. Removing an angle. I want to flash out this player that's pushed all the way underpass. Finding out connector is very difficult. 3 CTs lie in wait. However, they have been brought low. And an opening kill. Trying to scale now. Jessicans gets one. Rain gets two. 2 bullets. 2 headshots. Any dreams of that second for Guatemala are destroyed by Rain.
Yeah, I'll be honest. If it wasn't for Rain there, then you can really see the Guatemala pistol round just taking shape, right? Because they'd overwhelmed the player in jungle. They were overwhelming and scaling in towards that A bomb site. And if it wasn't for Rain there, then Team Canada definitely could have at least had to go for that retake. It would have been player disadvantages. It would have been tough for them. However, Rain bails them out. Suddenly, it has to be the force play here for Guatemala. It has to be the round conversion. They saw Team Canada go A, and they think, we'll have a go as well.
But Rain lies in wait. Does reveal herself, but the crossfire looks strong. Goose steps in, and that's going to be all done. 13-1. Canada take the series 2-0. Do drop a round on the way, but I think they'll still be very happy with the outcome.
Yeah, of course they will be. And for Guatemala, yeah, some very Valorant-esque things sort of creeping in there. You kind of see it when we are covering the different regions of CS here at IESF on the road to Riyadh. But I think individually, I know we haven't sort of seen Colombia yet, but they look better than Honduras, in my opinion. So, and they were clearly like they've got some nades going. They had pretty solid defaults. The only thing is they were overstacking quite a lot. I think that's the only sort of critique I'd throw on this Guatemala side. If they sort out their trade space a little bit, I think they'd be a pretty decent team. I'd have them in the running for third so far based on what I've seen.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assumption. You definitely see a couple of the individuals in particular really are quite comfortable in the server and are finding those impact moments. It's just that you go up against a team that has 5 of those players that are always in form, always hitting their shots. So you only really find success when they trip up. Well done getting the round they did. There was a few other rounds that came close. The 1v2 the situation, for instance. So yeah, decent, but ultimately just the expected outcome. And Canada have come in really impressive, which has us kind of with these 2 teams that we've seen today that have really come in swinging, and I guess you're excited for how this group is going to play out.
Yeah, look, we gave praise to both Morgan and Zara. Just to kind of reiterate that, I think they were definitely the best players for Guatemala here today. For Canada, I would give it overall probably to Rain. I was really impressed with just her form, especially on Mirage, and then her pistol round clip was brilliant. Play of the day has got to go to Bouchard for that ace on D2, because that fourth shot was just bonkers.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think, yeah, Bouchard and Rain were the two standouts to me on Canada, most definitely. So yeah, it's good to see them looking in really good form. It doesn't really feel like there's any real weak points. Jazzykins on debut in Canada's squad this year, looking pretty good as well. Obviously, wasn't fully tested, and I think we'll see more of that tomorrow, and that might be where some challenges arise. But overall, Canada, a very successful day in the office. As you recall, 2 wins for them. So now they're sitting in a very comfortable position. Team USA, also a win. So tomorrow, those 2 teams will be playing. But that's all the games for today, guys. Tomorrow we'll be finishing off the group and deciding who goes to Riyadh. So you guys will not want to miss that. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. Well, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you then.